Here we go, here we go. Right, we want a nice decent upper 20 today, stroke 30. It looks like the police have just turned up for some reason. You're not supposed to use them on them boats, are you? I don't mate, you're right. From what they've told me, a few tackle thefts. It's like step towing son, that, isn't it? I don't care what you've had feeding, I don't care where you went on holiday. I've come fishing. £20 barbel. That's a big barbel, isn't it? And the amount of police coming down here today, I can't believe it. So we are back on the banks. We are on the mighty River Trent. And as you can see, the river at the moment is up quite a bit. It's been a while since I've been out pike fishing. I know the videos have been coming in quite thin at the moment, but I thought I'd come down to the Trent, do a day session, get back into the swing of things because I've had a very long break away. So my plan is stay till about 4 o'clock, try and get some big pike. Normally when I get the big ones, it is normally like this when you've got quite a bit of water. The fish are going to take refuge in the margins, and that's where all your big pike are going to be coming through. They're not going to be in the middle of the river because there's a lot of pace to it. So it's about 8:10 in the morning. So I'm going to get everything set up, and then hopefully we can get some big pike today. And a friend of mine did come down on here last week. I was talking to him yesterday, and he had a few fish. Nothing big, but catching the standard size, which is anything from upper single to scraper doubles on here. And the bigger ones, they show themselves every now and again. So hopefully today might be one of them days. Like I say, there's a 28 pounder that I've been trying to catch for quite a few years. Since my mate had it, I didn't even know it was in here, to be honest. And that's the one fish that I am after. I would like to get it this season. So hopefully we can get it. Right, so baiting approach. We've got same old, sardine. This is all I use. Any dead bait will work. People say to me, will certain baits outfish others? No, they won't. And I know that because I've done that much underwater filming these past couple of years. I tried everything. Nothing made a difference, whether it's a lamprey, really expensive, good quality lamprey sections, eel sections, roach, the main diet for fishing different venues. Nothing made a difference whatsoever. Oils, I bought loads of oils last season. Me and a mate of mine did some underwater filming, injected all the baits, it made no difference whatsoever. And I think it was 400 hours of footage, trying all this stuff, month after month, on all different venues, did it on here, the drains, other rivers, lakes. Nothing made an ounce of difference, and it was all in good quality conditions for catching pike. It doesn't make a difference. A pike is a predator. If it finds a dead bait and it's hungry, to eat it, end of. Simple as that. So that's going to be on both rods. I'm going to get these cast out now. Hopefully, this will be charged up in a minute. All my camera gear is nearly dead, so I've had to charge it up with this. So hopefully get some good action shots later. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So fingers crossed that we can get some big pike. So we'll get these cast out and then cross us fingers for a big pike later on. Last year, and this year as well, I did quite a bit of underwater footage for pike on the drains and a river that I tend to fish. And people think, I found bait fish, there's got to be a pike there. Rubbish, absolute rubbish. I did weeks of filming and there was bait fish coming through a drain that I was fishing, loads of them. Thousands of roach and mud coming through. And for when I'd first seen them, 3 hours after that, there was not one pike in the area. So don't always think there's pike there if there's bait fish, because there isn't. Yeah, don't think that, because it's not always true. Right, we want a nice decent upper 20 today, stroke 30. Can we do it? Let's go for it. Well, it's been a while since I've been on the Trent. I think my last session was probably just over a month ago, something like that. I can't even remember where it was. I think it was barbel fishing on the Trent. And I lost a bug, literally. I just, not so much burnt out, but with all the rain that we had and the cold weather kicking in, I knew the conditions would be up and down. And with me fishing venues like the drains and bits and bobs, when you have really bad periods of weather where it's raining, you can't keep a bait in the water for half an hour before you're constantly recasting. And with the drains being miles away, I just thought I'd have a bit of a break from it. Hopefully everything will settle down and we won't get too much rain now. I didn't expect the river to be this high, to be honest. I thought it'd be at least 4, maybe 5 foot lower, but it's up quite a bit. But it won't stop us catching. If there's fish there, we'll catch them. Simple as that. But this section, that's another cop car. That's the 4th cop car I've seen this morning going past here. It looks like the police have just turned up for some reason. Right. Let me just put this down for a minute. I think somebody wants to talk to me. You all right? Well, there's been, from what they've told me, a few tackle thefts. People trying to sell nick gear and whatnot. Wants to know if I'd seen or spoke to anyone trying to sell any tackle. So horrible hearing things like that. Real heartbreaking stuff. I know quite a few people have had the tackle nicked in the past, and it is not a nice thing at all. You're not supposed to use them on them boats, are you? It's like step-toeing some, that, isn't it? Have you been fishing? And you? I thought I'll come down, give it a go, but looking at it, it's going to be hit and miss, you know, with it coming up so much. I was supposed to be on the drains, but, you know, with all the water. Yeah, and the problem is, it's just pushy. You can't keep it running for more than an hour. Do you know what I mean? Well, I just spoke to my mate, and he says that it's been very quiet on here. Very quiet. Today can go 2 ways. You have your time for the first couple of hours in the morning where you can get a handful of fish, or it can be later on in the afternoon. Now, a lot of people that fish this section do tend to move every 3 or 4 hours, which is fine. I've done that. I've done videos on here where it hasn't made a blind bit of difference. So I think we'll stay put and just see how the day goes. The baits are fine. Getting little bits of debris on the line and bits of weed on the baits, but other than that, not too bad. And the amount of police coming down here today, I can't believe it. All right, let's go for it again. Right, so nets. With loads of messages. What nets am I using for pike fishing? There's 2 nets I use. One is this one, Savage Gear. I think this was 40, 50 quid. Rubber mesh landing net. I use this most of the time, but I've always got 2 with me in case I get a double take. And the second one is this one. This is a standard carp fishing one. This is the FreeSpirit CTX, about 150 quid, I think, something like that. So not overly expensive, but FreeSpirit you buy to last. Savage Gear is not too bad. Yeah, so they're the 2 nets. I've had so many people asking me about these nets. Firm bottom there. Yes, we've got lots of drain to cover this season, I think. All over Cambridge and Lincolnshire. They're run by all different clubs, so I'm going to have my work cut out for me there. But it is going to be exciting. You find that a lot of the drains you go to fish, they do produce their 20, but to catch a 30 pounder from a drain is a sort of lifetime quest rather than a seasonal quest. But you never know what's around the corner. Those upper 20s that are in them drains, you catch them at the right time of year, they've got an extra couple of pound on them, you can get a new PB. And I always love the drains. I could fish anywhere. There's loads of trout lakes. They've got 30s in and this, that and the other. And people do ask me, why don't I just go to those places? To be honest, I like to be nice and quiet on the drains and fishing venues that hardly produce the big ones, because when you catch them, it's such a big achievement. That's why it's so difficult to catch them. It really is. I don't mind coming to day tickets like this, trying to get a bend in the rod, catching a few small ones with the chance of a 20, but the drains they're the one. If you want to target a big one and put some time in, that's the place to go to. You're not expected to catch much though, because a lot of the drain is desolate, there's nothing there. But if you play your cards right and you do a bit of background information and do a lot of homework, you can get amongst them. So, right, 20 past 3, give it 20 minutes and then I think I'll call it a day. Well, the sun is slowly going down and it is the end of the session. It's been a very quiet day. I thought we might have had at least a couple of fish this morning, but it doesn't seem to be the case. There's still nobody on here, which is quite strange really, because normally this section, you do get a lot of people turning up for a few hours fishing, but it's been completely dead. So at least I've wet a line, that's the main thing. We are now heading to the fen and drains. That's going to be my next video. I don't know if it's going to be Lincolnshire or Cambridge. There's quite a few stretches that I want to go and look at, and I'll be doing a few night sessions on there as well. So that is the end of the session. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.